Well, the pension plan, retirement plan, basically is about two items. Um, One is basically jobs, because that's driving everything out of the economy right now. The amount of money we need to go into the pension plan is being driven by the jobs, basically. The job market's a little soft, so there's less money going into the pension plan. The other half of the plan is something we passed in the state legislature in 2008, which was adjusting the length of time you have to work before you get a pension. And that just, all that's doing is reflecting the major changes we've had in our society. When the pension plans were first started, like Social Security in 1932 with the Roosevelt administration, basically the average person died at 58 years old. They actually never got the pension. So now people are living into their 80s. And what we have to do is adjust the pension plan to reflect that. What we're going to do will not affect anybody who's currently retired or anyone near retirement. We're going to move back to people who are freshly hired, people in their 20s, and adjust their pension plan moving forward, so they'll have time enough to make the core adjustments.
What sort of adjustments? I know you noted the changes that have been made previously, but what sort of changes would you like to see to the pension plan for new hires in the future?
Well, the new hires in the future, basically the things that we've put in place already, basically is lengthening the amount of time you have to work before you get your pension, basically. That's it.
So you don't...
that will help our pension plan moving out into the future, basically.
You don't believe that any further changes should be made to the defined benefit plan?
There are also some other changes to be made. I'm not sure I'm prepared to talk about those right now. But the changes we've made are real solid changes moving into the future. And the other major change we need to get is get this economy jump-started. And that's going to take a little time. And it's not only us. This economy problem is the state of Kentucky, most of our sister states that are bordering us, and then the major economic powers worldwide are all experiencing a tight economy. And we have to get it jump-started roughly immediately, because the longer we wait before we get this economy jump-started, it will affect the strength of the jump-start. It will affect the strength of the jobs coming back, things of that general nature. So we have to get it moving relatively quickly. And relatively quickly, I'm probably talking about, 4 or 5 years. And that's called relatively quickly. It's not next year at all.
Right.
So I don't want the public to think that. We're talking about probably 4 to 5 years down the road.
Along with the changes in the retirement age and the years of service, the changes previously have stepped up the state's contribution to the pension plan because of years of underfunding that is going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars more.
Right.
Is the economic rebound going to be enough to cover that, or how do you propose the state making those payments in the years to come?
Hopefully, the state will make the necessary adjustments as we're moving forward. We'll adjust the budget as needed to move those things forward. But we're going to try to step up the retirement, the amount of money we're pouring into the retirement system. And I think we're supposed to be at full retirement roughly by 2020 or 2018, something in that general nature. But we're moving in that direction as quickly as possible.
How would you adjust the budget to cover those costs, because they're pretty significant?
Oh, great Scott! That itself that's an hour-long discussion, and this question is only 5 minutes. I don't think there's anything I can say in 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes that can answer that question.